All right, it is time to get your shell ready and install it on the floorboard. You will need drywall screws, finish washers, foam, your shell, your floorboard assembly, adhesive, and tape. Okay, to get started on the shell, we're going to want to mark the center point of the front edge of the cockpit, and that's going to determine where to put our foam. All righty, you ready? Nice, I like that you already had it going for me. Okay, cool. Now apply some adhesive to the surfaces and install the foam. Okay, now the secret trick here is to place the foam right in the center, and then if you would, Brittany, hold this piece. Yeah, that way I don't have to worry about it trying to glue itself on there while I work the other piece around. Be sure to keep the top of your foam flush with the top of the shell. You need to use the entire foam piece without cutting or changing it. Use some tape to hold the foam in place while the adhesive sets. Now we're ready for a very cool part. We're going to put the body shell onto the floorboard. But to do that, we're going to need to raise the floorboard up off the ground. You could just use two 2x4s, for example, like the ones we showed you earlier, but we're using sawhorses. And the goal here is to set the body on without binding the axle or any of the cables or anything, and you want to make sure that the body doesn't set below the floorboard when you go to attach it. You guys ready? All right, let's do this. I'm going to make you put it up over me. Yeah, use those muscles. All right, there we go. How's it going back there? Looking good. Ow! Now you're going to adjust the shell alignment with the floorboard to make sure that the shell remains flush with the bottom of the floorboard. I've already got this one in place, so now it's time to screw it. Insert a drywall screw through a finish washer, then through the pre-drilled hole at location A at the front center of the car. The shell can be raised up to a ½ inch in the rear only. That looks about right. Working front to back, insert another drywall screw with a finish washer through other shell holes of the car and tighten the assembly until the shell is tight to the floorboard. Repeat this process until all of the shell holes are filled with the screw and washer assemblies. All right, now it's time to check for clearances in the body. You want to take a look at your steering cables and axles and make sure there's adequate clearance for proper operation, and if you need to, you can trim the body shell a little bit.